I want to bring in defense attorney Brian Claypool, who also was a witness to last night's shooting. As I understand it, Brian, you were sitting in the VIP section. How is that different than where some of the other witnesses have told us their stories?
Yeah, the VIP section was called the Neon Lounge. It was just, so if I'm Jason Aldean facing the crowd, it was just to his left. And it was a nice area, about a 40-yard stretch of VIP seating. I was actually in the front row, so I was actually exposed because I went back to the Mandalay Bay to my room a couple hours ago, and for therapeutic reasons, I wanted to see whether I was exposed. And those front rows were all exposed to the shooter. Like Stormy said, I heard a pop, pop, pop. I thought it was fireworks because Jason Aldean was the last act.
Yeah.
But when I looked up in the sky and I didn't see anything, I knew something was wrong. And Jason Aldean was stuttering a bit, and it's slow. And there was a gap in his singing. I knew he was worried. Then that next round of shots, knew it was automatic weapons, just laid face down, was trying to pull people down. They were still sitting there. They were kind of frozen in the moment.
So did you just weather the entire shooting from those VIP stands, or what'd you do?
No, so the first shots were about 30 seconds, the never ending, pop, 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 pop. I mean, horrifying. Yeah. 30 seconds laying flat down. Then there was a pause. I think he must have been reloading. I then ran down these stairs, and there was a heroic young Hispanic man that channeled about 15 of us into this little room under a bleacher that was like a little production room. And we got in there, and one of the most surreal moments for me was I saw about 5 young women, aged 20, 22, on their knees in a corner crying. And I was just heartbroken at that moment. And I prayed a bit, and I told them to try to calm down. Let's just hunker down. Let's let this next round of shooting happen. But you have to bear in mind, we thought, unlike Stormy, we thought the shooters were on the street.
Yeah.
And just going to jump the fence, and we were done.
You had no idea. You didn't see the tracers coming from above.
No,
you couldn't see them coming from that window.
Nothing. It was horror. We thought that could there be 1 shooter, 2 shooters, 3 shooters, and that they were going to jump the fence, and we're toast. So when we went in that room, it was pick your poison. Thought I made the right move. Then I got in there, and then the thoughts of Orlando came up. Oh my gosh, if he comes in there, we're done. We have nowhere to go. The second round of shooting stopped, and I peeked out. I felt most vulnerable. I peeked out, looked toward the Mandalay Bay, and a police officer, another heroic guy, says, "Run north right now."
That fast?
Oh, the police department, phenomenal response.
A lot of them were hurt too.
They deserve medals of honor to go fight that mass shooting.
I should mention that as Brian tells us the story, there were a number of off-duty, on-duty police officers, not just from Las Vegas, but from California, where we're hearing from people all over the place.
There were people in the crowd too.
They were visiting here, and many of their departments have actually sent in notification that some of their officers have been hurt in this shooting.
Look, this is the darkest moment in our country, and I've been shaking all day. But the silver lining in this is the people that also put their lives at risk, like law enforcement people in those stands, trying to help others. So hopefully that'll try to bring us together.
I know you're staying at the Mandalay. I think you're, what,
24th floor.
24th floor?
I went back, and I could see the hole in the window from my room.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Are you still there, or are you getting out of there soon?
I'm staying there tonight. I was supposed to fly back to Los Angeles this morning, but I couldn't get into the hotel until a couple hours ago. So I'll try to get some rest, and then I'm going to fly out first thing in the morning.
I think you need to get some rest for sure. Brian, thank you. I appreciate it, and I know that's not easy to talk through it, but it might be just the best thing at this point.
Yes, thank you for letting me speak about it.
Brian Claypool joining us live here in Las Vegas with the Mandalay behind us. Our coverage is going to continue of the horror on the Las Vegas Strip.